Hello, welcome to this week's Counter Attack. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Liverpool left back or ex left back or winger or whatever he was. He was on the bench most of the time, but he played for Liverpool and Newcastle. It's Jose Enrique. Morning, Jose.
Good morning, idiot. Good morning.
Jose, burning question this week. Loads to talk about, but the arguing with Klopp. Mo Salah got benched. He brings him on 12 minutes to go. They have a Barney on the side of the pitch. Didn't look good. You've played for Liverpool. What was your take on that? Because I've never seen Salah go like that.
Obviously, he's always playing, so you cannot see him doing that because he always starts.
Of course.
Obviously, but I think it's just is a more a figure like him, that Mo Salah is so big. He's one of the biggest players in the world, and I don't think he looked good in the club, the last season of Klopp doing that. And I actually, listen, this is just a guess, and I don't know if you agree or not. I actually watch it like 5-6 times to make sure what I think it happens, because you cannot tell what they say to each other. But
yeah,
I actually, because what he does to Darwin, and I don't remember who is the other player who's coming in as well.
Yeah,
I think actually,
or someone.
I think so, yeah. But he tried to shake Mo Salah's hand.
Yeah.
Mo Salah was like trying to avoid him. Then he gives the hand, and Klopp always give the hand and then give a hug. Always to every player. And Mo Salah didn't give him the hug that he was going to. And then I think the argue started there. That's obviously from outside, my opinion for what I see. I have no idea, but I watched a few times and it's my guess.
Yeah.
Mo Salah didn't want to give the hug because he's not starting. But obviously, for me, he's not been playing the last 6 games. It's true. Not starting that game for me is a wrong decision from Klopp, but doesn't mean that he's right to do that. And then, obviously, he even do it worse afterwards. That goes, obviously, in where all the press is and say that if I speak today, he's fired.
Yeah. Well, he's obviously not happy, is he? I mean, because Klopp comes out and they asked him and they were like, "Oh, no, it's fine." But then Salah comes out and he's like, "If I speak, there's fire." So he's not happy with being benched, is he? And then he brings him on for 12. And he brings him on for 12 minutes. It's disrespectful from Jurgen Klopp, really, when you look at it and you think what this guy's done for him.
Okay, I agree. I agree that maybe it is respectful, but at the end, he's the manager. You need to respect his decisions. And if you don't like what he has done, get the day after. Or in the dressing room after the game.
No, mate, but they're winners. They're both winners, and Salah's a winner, right? And the seasons fell apart for him. So he's fuming. Salah's fuming. Klopp's fuming. They're drawing at West Ham, and he's bringing him on for 12 minutes. And he's like, "Come on, Gaffer, you winding me up. Come on. How am I not playing? You're playing Harvey Elliott in front of me. Come on, what's this guy done for Liverpool? I know Harvey Elliott's a good young player, but he ain't Mo Salah, and he's never going to be Mo Salah. So he's sat in there thinking, give it a rest with you. We're coming to the end of the season. And you put me on the bench is like saying, it's your fault it ain't worked out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think Mo Salah, more obviously with the outcome he should have played. That's the truth. Still, for me, is not good. The behavior. Salah is the wrong here. I don't think. Obviously, if Klopp says something to him, that I really doubt that Klopp says something to him for him to react that way. I don't think it's good enough. And then you do that when everyone is watching. So obviously, it's going to be a headline. And then you do the afterwards that is even worse. That if I speak now, at the end is, with all my respect, I know you are more Salah, you are a legend, probably one of the biggest legends that ever played for Liverpool, but you are a human being. Just relax that he's a legend himself as well, the manager.
And
he's leaving this year. So I think he needs to calm down. And at the end, I don't know how you will react, but at the end, you can like the manager or not, the decisions, but you need to respect it. Simple as that. And then if you don't like it, the day after, go and talk to him. Fight if you have to fight between each other, but stay between each other. No, the whole world have to know, in my opinion. I think Mo Salah is not right here, and I love Mo Salah.
But do you think, though, but Klopp now has caused a problem for Liverpool next season because he's leaving Klopp, so we don't really care. He can bench Salah and think, well, you ain't been good enough, and it's not, but I'm leaving anyway, right? But Salah's still meant to be there next season. But for me, I think now, watching that, I think Salah's going as well. He'll be gone in the summer. So Klopp's going, Salah's going, and I think they've just come to come to a bit of a frustration ending. Because they both want to win the Premier League. They both wanted it to be a fairy tale ending for the football club, and it hasn't. They're going to walk away with a Carabao Cup and finish the season poorly. So I think there was frustration in that as well, in that argument, saying we've both flopped it. We've both flopped it, and now we're both going to have to leave. Because I think Salah's on his way out.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think Salah is thinking that way. When you play, Jamie, how you think? He probably thinks, no, if I play, we'll have won because I am more Salah, this player. You think you are ahead of everyone sometimes, because it's how it is, when you play the game. And more when I cannot even imagine at this level because you've never been at that level. Obviously, you were shit. And I was a little bit better than you, and I was a little bit better than you, but I didn't play at that level either. So like I say, obviously we cannot put ourselves in Mo Salah's position, but it's just not good from him. And I agree with you. I think he's living in the summer, not because of this. I actually was thinking the same. I think he's going to Saudi.
Yeah,
99%.
Yeah, I think so too. The farewell ending, mate. It's all gone to pot, hasn't it?
I think Liverpool fans will enjoy it anyway, and it will be amazing anyway. I'm telling you, you will see. I told you this last week already. That it will be amazing farewell anyway. You will see.
If they have an open top bus parade for the Carabao Cup, mate, they need to get. They should get fined. They can't be rolling around Liverpool with an open top bus parade with a Carabao Cup.
That's how Liverpool is. That's
why come on, mate. No. You flopped it. You got. No, Jose, listen, don't give it all this. Oh, we're going to have a great fairy tale when leaving party to Jurgen Klopp. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I'm going to ask you a question. You remember they played, I think, last season or the season before, for 4 trophies. And at the end, you finished the season with 2 cups. You lost the Premier League and the Champions League. Okay?
Yeah.
What happens? How many people turn up?
Yeah, but you still won the double. You won the Carabao Cup and you've won the FA Cup and you've lost 2 finals and you've lost the final. So you can accept. You can accept that. You can accept that.
I understand.
FA Cup's a big trophy to win. The Carabao Cup for Liverpool ain't good enough, right? That ain't good enough. Nowhere near good enough. So if they start rocking around Liverpool 1, giving it the big spuds around Liverpool Town Centre, and I'm seeing all these singers and all that with the things out. You'll never walk alone and all that rubbish. No, it's a fine, mate. It's a fine. You flopped it. Jurgen Klopp, well done. You're a legend. You've had your moment. You had your time. But this season, you messed it up. They had the chance to get it done. They flopped it against Atalanta. They should have cruised the Europa League this season with the team they've got. And they absolutely flopped. So do not be rolling round. I do not want to be seeing open top bus parade with a Carabao Cup. I don't want to see it.
You will see it. And you will see how a special club it is because it's going to be...
Oh, they're a special club. Of course they are, but come on.
Jamie, it's going to be more people there that if Tottenham win the Champions League, the Premier League, the 2 Cups, La Liga, Bundesliga, even if they cannot, even they win all of them in a row, it will be more people in this parade.
You know what they should do then? If they have a farewell, bus parade round Liverpool, right? They might as well just flatten the tyres and it just crawl round at 5 mile an hour, because that's how their season's finished. They flopped it over like, this is the bus parade.
Doesn't matter.
Right, Jose, bit of time. True or false? Arsenal won't drop any more points this season. True or false?
True.
Yeah.
I actually think it's true.
Yeah, same. I think they're gonna get the 9 points. They're gonna beat Bournemouth at home. They're gonna beat United away. They're gonna beat Everton at home, and they're still not gonna win the Premier League.
I agree as well with that. I think Manchester City, because obviously Arsenal this season are handling the pressure well, so compared with last season, but still Manchester City's hands, and Manchester City, when it's in their hands, they love it and they love the pressure. So I agree with you in both. Yeah. Even if I don't like it, I do agree.
Yeah, I agree. I just can't see it, mate. I can't see it at all. Well, next question then. Man City won't drop any more points this season. They've got Wolves, Fulham, Spurs and West Ham. The only game there really is the tricky one, in my opinion, is the Spurs away one. It's a bit of a bogey team. But the way we play, really and truthfully, I can't see Man City, turning up to the Spurs Stadium and struggling because we're too open. I think Man City will win all 4 of them games.
Yeah, I think every game is tricky in the Premier League, and Tottenham away obviously is a difficult game because Tottenham is gonna press, but Manchester City is gonna press high as well, and obviously Tottenham the forwards are fast, and it's gonna be a good game. But it's just Manchester City love these kind of situations. They love it. They love it. Look, against Real Madrid, they lost in penalties, but the game they destroyed Real Madrid,
Yeah.
in every way, So it's a thing that is already done in many, many times, and it's just not gonna. Well, I hope so, but they in the last game they're not gonna mess it up. No
Mm.
chance.
No, I agree. I agree. True or false? VAR is killing the game.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, I'm
In a
for me, Jose. I hate it, but I also understand why we've got it. Like yesterday, the Declan Rice one. The referee is standing right next to Declan Rice, and he sees the kick and doesn't give a penalty. If that doesn't get given, you don't get the finale finish, and the game filters out, and everyone's bored. But because VAR's there, they go, that's a penalty. Now, the one in the first half, Kulusevski, I think's a penalty as well. So there are, it's annoying that VAR's there, but it is there, and you have to accept it. And I just think, yes,
Well, they
it's
cancel it,
changed the
no?
game.
Demi?
It's
They
changed the
can
game.
they cancel it in one league. I don't remember which one it was. They canceled the VR. I don't remember what it was. The fans protest against it and they cancel it. For me, I agree with you. I think it needs to stay, but it needs to improve a lot. What you cannot be, Jamie, and you know this as well. Sometimes I think you need to make rules more simple. It's a handball if it's 1 centimeter away from like handball is a handball. Simple.
No, I disagree with that, mate. They tried that and it
Uh,
didn't work. They didn't work, mate. They went
it
down
was.
that road. It didn't work because you can't help it. If you strike a ball and it hits you there and you give handball, like what happened was then everyone just started trying to kick the ball at people's arms. That can't happen.
No,
There's got to be
no, but
common
listen.
sense. That's a bit
No,
common
when
sense
someone
rule.
listen, when Jamie, when they used to cross, when we used to play, really, what you used to do, you put your hands in the back like that.
Yeah,
Obviously, if you
I
still
know,
give you,
but you can't defend like that, Jose. You can't defend like that. It's stupid.
no, you know what? Yeah, but I don't know. It gives more entertainment to it, more goals, more entertainment. I don't know. I think,
Nah, mate.
I
I'm not
think
having that.
the problem, Jamie, the problem with the rules of the handball right now is that at the end you depend in one person's decision that they say
Yeah,
is
but
not
that's fine though.
intentional or is not. No, it's not
No, but
fine
Jose,
because it's so
it
many
is,
wrong
but it should be the
decisions.
referee at the game making the decision, not someone in Stockley Park. That's the problem with VAR. The game is being re-ref. The referees have stopped making decisions and they're making poorer decisions because they know they've got the reliability of going to VAR and them checking it. So they've stopped making decisions. And what's happened now is you get a catch-22 because they've stopped making decisions. It goes to VAR and then they go, well, you haven't given the decision. So is it obvious? Is it do I overrule you and you have to go back? Just referees should just referee the game, and that's how it should be. And look, do I want VAR in the game? Probably not, but I like it for certain things because basically the referees are crap. The referees in the Premier League are not good enough, and they're getting worse. So you
It's
need
not the Premier
VAR
League.
to
Yeah,
make it fair because the referees are terrible.
but it's not the Premier League. I mean, everywhere is the same. At the end, technology is coming even more every single year,
Yeah,
and
I
at the
know,
end,
but
I always put this example. Look, before when you were to put you an example, you were a taxi driver. You needed to know all the streets in your city to take someone to his home or somewhere. Now with Google Maps, look how many companies they have, people working and they never been a taxi driver. I think technology is there to improve and to help human error. And I think VR, if it's improved, it will help. Yeah, the referee will do less jobs, so it will be easier to be a referee. It's easier to be a referee now
I know, but
than
we don't
before.
celebrate the goals anymore. Look at Van der Ven yesterday. Like it's like a big moment that, and he's what a centimetre offside. Is he even offside? Gabriel's arse is playing him on. Like who knows? It's so tight, and you're putting these lines in, and where you're putting the line, are you doing it at the exact moment? Like that, the ruining football in terms of for the fan, in terms of being able to celebrate the moment and be in the moment. One for footballers, one for managers, and one for the fan. You can't be in the moment now when you score because you're constantly thinking, I'm going to look like an idiot if I celebrate because he might be offside. That's where it's killing the game. That's where I think they've got it all wrong.
But it's true that VR is there to try to make the game more fair, because you know how it was before. Big teams play against the small teams. Against a small team, it's no VR. Big team score. It could be possible offside, but because it's the big team, it's a goal. I don't want to mess it up because the day after I'm everywhere, as a referee. With VR, now it should change. For example, I don't understand in the UK why they don't have the same in the Serie A. The offside in the Serie A, in Italy, is automatic.
We've got that next season. It's coming next season.
You will see how much difference it makes because it's automatic. It does whatever it's called. I'm not sure if it's artificial
it's automated system. Yeah,
exactly. So it's no mistake on it. The line is correct. It's 100% correct. So you will see the improvement on the offsides and everything. So I think the technology is there to improve the game. It's true that it kills some part of the game. I agree. But at the same time, it tried to make it more fair.
Okay, all right. Chelsea will finish above Spurs next season. Absolutely not. No chance. No way. No. Chelsea are cooked, mate. No. They got no... Look, first and foremost, forget what the sides are. The mentality at Chelsea's gone. Spurs have got a mentality where with Ange, and they're trying to compete and they're trying to get up there and they've got to fight. That's where Spurs are going. And there is a level of... Can we get to the next level of getting second and third and fighting it? But Spurs are fourth or fifth. That's where Spurs are. That's the level. That's what's expected. Chelsea, their levels are so far gone. Their mentality's so far gone that it's almost become acceptable for them to just be shit. And it's like that until that changes, they're not going to improve. And I can't see that changing next season. I think it's going to be another season of Chelsea being frustrated.
And I think Tottenham, you already find the right manager. Is going to keep improving the team. The team has already a way of playing. Chelsea, they play all around, obviously.
Yeah.
And the manager probably is going to still the same next season. Even if they change it, it's going to take time to change, like obviously Ange is doing with Tottenham. It's done from the start. You can see he has a way of playing. He doesn't change. The players love it. And now all the players that he added into this team, I think Tottenham is just going to get better and better and better. And I think actually next year with Liverpool, let's see with this new manager, but I actually believe Liverpool is going to fight for that top four. Tottenham is going to be there as well. I'm not sure if it's going to go one step above, to fight for trophies still, but definitely Tottenham is going to fight for Champions League spot and it's going to be better than Chelsea. 100%. 100%.
All right. Last season's promoted sides will all go back down. I mean, look, it's tight at the bottom. It looks like it's going to be, between Burnley, Luton and Nottingham Forest. And one big thing you've got to say, Burnley have picked up and have kept themselves in the hunt. And Burnley have got to play Nottingham Forest on the last day of the season. So that, for me, is an absolute cup final. And if they can stay within 2 points of Nottingham Forest going into that last game, I think they've got a massive chance. So it's still all to play for. It's hard to look. They've all been crap. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. They've been, nowhere near good enough to be in the Premier League. Nottingham Forest, I think, have got a good side. They've got some good players, but they just can't seem to. They can't seem to just get some results together. The strongest squad of Nottingham Forest, but they have to play Burnley away on the last day.
It happens, obviously, you can compare the levels with Chelsea and Nottingham Forest, but it happened a little bit like that. Nottingham Forest, remember how much money they spent in players. Yeah. And you still struggle to stay even in the Premier League. It's crazy how they are in that situation with all the players they signed. And I agree with you. I think Burnley still have a chance. It's going to be between Burnley and Nottingham Forest, I think, there.
Well, yeah, we'll see. And Luton, I think, I don't know. I think they'll all go. I think Burnley and Luton will go down. I think Nottingham Forest will find a result from somewhere, but they ain't been good. Right, fixture focus, Jose. Arsenal v Bournemouth. Can't see anything other than an Arsenal win, but Bournemouth have been really good this season, and everyone talks about, De Zerbi and all that, and I think he's a bit of a myth, De Zerbi. I really do. His performances really ain't been good enough at Brighton. I know he's at Brighton, but I don't think. But Iraola started the season shocking, and now they're in the top half of the table.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. I knew Iraola when he was at Rayo Vallecano. Actually, with Rayo, that is a very poor place to be, compared with many other teams in La Liga, and he did a very good job there. Obviously, like you say, then he came to the Premier League, didn't start very well. They keep trusting him. That you know how difficult is that sometimes from the board, and he's got them back. Like you say, they're gonna fight to finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, like you said, but the outcome of this game, we all know it. It's gonna be very very tough if they get something from this game.
Mm.
I think Arsenal is gonna win.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. But Bournemouth have been good. Solanke, I mean, look, is he a target for an Arsenal or a Tottenham? Like I like him, Solanke. I think what he's done this season, he showed that he is a top player. Probably a bit
Yeah.
better than Bournemouth. And I don't know if I know he's on a big contract there. They signed him on a long-term deal, but if an Arsenal come knocking or something like that, do you think he can play at that level?
I really like him.
You're not,
Actually,
yeah. I
I'm
like him.
like you. I really like him. The thing is, if now Kai Harvest is waking up. Imagine Kai Harvest didn't play like this. He was playing like he was for most of the season. Arsenal will look for a striker, but I'm not sure if Arsenal will look for a striker now.
Oh, come
That's it.
on, Jose. They need a striker.
But listen, Jamie.
Come on,
Look,
mate. They do.
how many strikers you have available?
I know, but
Look,
it's Arsenal. Arsenal will pay £100 million
no,
for
no,
a
no.
player. We've
I
seen
know.
that.
I know, but he's at that level. But then you have Ivan Tone, that has 1 year left. You have Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord. Lukaku obviously is not going to be for Arsenal, but he's coming back to Chelsea. So you have many strikers. Is one that plays for Sporting de Lisbon. I think it is a striker that is doing really well as well. Or Sporting de Braga, I think Sporting de Lisbon. So it's not going to be easy, but I think yeah, I agree with you. He's not the level of Bournemouth. He's a level above. Now
Okay.
he's gonna but you know how the English clubs are. If they sell him, they're gonna sell him for good money. They're not gonna sell him for I'm gonna make some money on him. No, they're gonna sell him properly. So that's what I'm doubting about it is someone is gonna come and go boom and put, like you say, 100 million, 80, 90 million pounds. That's what I don't know. But
Mm.
it's a top striker. I love him. I
Yeah.
actually believe if he was still at Liverpool, because Jota get injured so much, he could play at Liverpool
Mm. Yeah.
before
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe that.
All right. Man City v Wolves. I mean, look, Man City, I think, are in great form. They're going to win this game comfortably. Wolves, the form's dropped off, but they've had bad injuries, haven't they? Neto being out, Zhuang being out, and they haven't got the bench to cope with players coming in and trying to do better. And maybe they're already on the beach. I think, they've stayed up. They've stayed in the Premier League. That's what they needed to do. And they'll regroup and go again next season with Gary O'Neill. But I think they've had a good season. But it's going to filter out to be an average season because of the injuries that they've had.
Yeah, like you say, I think at one point they were looking, like they could beat anybody. That's the truth. But obviously, like you say, the squad is not strong enough. They need to obviously improve it next season, and we'll see where they finish. I don't think the players are on the beat just yet. But it's true that at the same time is how far they're gonna go now with
Yeah.
the game remaining. So you disconnect a little bit. That's the truth because the objective is already there. You already done it. So like you say, I cannot say they are on the beach already because they are not. But definitely the intensity will not be the same because they already done it. They
Yeah.
stay in the Premier League.
Yeah. I agree. Liverpool v Spurs. I mean, this is a massive game coming up. We know that's going to be one for Tottenham we need to try and go and get a result to try and get top four. But I don't know if you watched the North London derby. What was your take on it?
Well, obviously Arsenal got ahead 3-0. I think obviously it says a lot from Tottenham to coming back from 3-0 and try to get something from the game. But I just think that Arsenal at the moment is just better team than Tottenham. I think
Yeah.
Ange just need to keep improving the team to fight with Arsenal. And regarding Liverpool, to be honest with you, now that they know the league is gone, I really don't know. I really believe Tottenham can actually get something from this game. Obviously, I'm never gonna go against Liverpool. I'm gonna go for a Liverpool win, but if Tottenham play the way they know how to play, they can get something from this game because the team they will be mentally dead because now they don't have any chance really to win the Premier League.
Yeah. You know, look just on the North London derby. I like Spurs defensively, mate. Honestly, we're like a pub team. Like from set pieces, we are all over the gaff.
Yeah.
And Vicario, like, I'm a big fan of him. I am, but he's got to be braver when it comes from corners. Like you've got to go. You know what? Teams are trying to mug me off now. They're just putting players on top of me. They're fizzing the ball into the 6-yard box, and I'm killing my side. So I'm going to go the other way and just go completely gung ho from corners and come for every cross and come for everything and take out everyone just to tell people to fuck off. Because what's happening is we're just getting undone from set pieces. I thought Spurs played all right. I actually thought we played quite well. And, you know, we found it hard to break Arsenal down because Arsenal are brilliant at the back and they're solid and they're resilient. But set pieces kill us 3-0 down, 2 from a set piece. But you know what I noticed, Jose, and you know, and I noticed this big time yesterday. Arteta has improved his team so much, not just in going forward and the way they play. Defensively, mate, they're unreal. Like, defensively, they are hard to beat. And they are happy to sit on the edge of their box with men behind the ball and say, try and score. They've done it against Man City and they've done it to Tottenham. I know they conceded 2, but one was a penalty and one was obviously Raya making an absolute stinker. But in terms of actually Arsenal getting broke down yesterday, Spurs didn't have the answer. We couldn't break them down. We couldn't get shots on goal. And that's the difference between where Spurs are at and Arsenal are at. We play nice football when it's free flowing, it's good. But we're so easy to score against. We're so soft when it comes to giving up chances. And that's why we're nowhere near where Arsenal are at. Because Arsenal at the back is so good.
It's happening the same to Liverpool. Like it happens to Tottenham. They are good offensively, but defensively, it's true, like you say, 2 goals, they were from set pieces, and I agree with you. I love Vicario, but it's true that the teams know now that he's struggling in free kicks and corners and everything like that. But Arsenal, I don't remember how many goals they have against, but it's not too many.
They're lowest in the league.
Yeah, and you know, after they're going to have chances, they're going to score. Arsenal is going to score.
Yeah.
And because they defend so well, they're going to get there. It's very difficult for them to not get
But that's what I love about Arteta. Because I've been talking about, you know, you've got to adapt sometimes in games and be hard to beat and sit in and, you know, and Spurs fans are like, no, we love this free-flowing football. No, we just want to attack. We want to do this. And, you know, we're great to watch. Yeah, we're getting pumped. We're 3-0 down at half-time. We got pumped by Newcastle because we're too easy to score again. Arteta, with Arsenal, knows in certain games, in certain moments, sit in. We're playing a counter-attack because I've got Saka and I've got Trossard, you know, and I've got players who are going to fight to keep a clean sheet and not concede. And he knows that and he instilled that in his side. That's where Ange needs to get Spurs because we're nowhere near that.
Yeah, because he said at the start of I think when everyone was criticizing him because, I don't remember the game, a while ago, that the line was in the middle of the pitch. And
Chelsea.
They put the ball behind Chelsea and they scored and everything. He said, no, but that's the way I like to play and the way. Yeah, but like you say, I agree with you. Yeah, but if you play against Manchester City with Haaland, with Doku, or Arsenal with you have to be clever as well.
Yeah.
And you are 1-0 up, for example, like you say. Why? It's not bad to go back and say, okay, you come at me now, and I'm gonna go and exploit your back. You know, it's like you say, they need to change a little bit on that because Liverpool has been really poor on that decision as well. So, yeah, definitely the defending, like you know, from the start, probably is more important the defending than the attacking because when you can click a clean sheet, you can get something from the game.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's do some predictions. Chelsea v Spurs. I'm going to go Spurs win. We never win at Stamford Bridge, but...
Yeah, I think Spurs is going to win this game.
All right. Luton v Everton. I'm going to go draw.
Everton. I'm actually think Everton is going to win. They are in a good run as well.
Yeah, doing well. I'm going to go draw. Arsenal v Bournemouth. Arsenal win.
Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah. Brentford v Fulham. I'm going to go Brentford win.
A draw. I'm going to go for a draw here.
Okay. Burnley v Newcastle. I'm going to go Newcastle win.
I'm going to go Newcastle. Yeah.
Sheffield United v Nottingham Forest. Tell you what, Nottingham Forest have got some games to get them out of trouble. I've got to go Nottingham Forest win. I'll go.
I'm telling you, I hope so as well. But I'm telling you, they're playing Sheffield United. United, no, is it United or Wednesday? I don't even remember. Is United
Sheffield
or Wednesday?
United, mate. Yeah, Sheffield
United,
United.
yeah, Sheffield United. I think they're gonna beat them at home. I think it's gonna be tough for Nottingham. I think the pressure is gonna be too much for them.
Wow. Man City v Wolves. Man City win.
Manchester City win, yeah.
Brighton v Aston Villa. I'm going to go draw, but I think Brighton have been poor this season.
Nah, they've been really. But to be honest, with Brighton, anything you can expect. It can be really good or they
Yeah, I
can
know.
be really bad. You know, at the moment. But I think Aston Villa. I know you don't want to, but I think Aston Villa is gonna get the win.
All right. Chelsea v West Ham. I'm going to go Chelsea in that one.
I'm gonna go for a draw here.
Liverpool v Spurs. I'm going to go draw.
I'm gonna go for a win of Liverpool.
Okay. And then Crystal Palace v Man United. I'm going to go Crystal Palace.
Me too. Manchester United is just not good enough this year. They've been messing up many times.
That's it. Thanks for watching on this week's episode of The Counter Attack. We'll see you next week.